Hello Pisces, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love forecast for the second half of March from the 16th through the 31st. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading. I'll be pulling from 3 of my decks, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle, the Thinking Man Oracle, and the Real Talk with Him deck. For this particular reading, however, for the first part, I'll be focusing on the Divine Masculine energy. So it is just energy. It can be for a man or a woman. So custom tailor these messages from these decks in particular, how it makes sense for you. Okay, so let's begin. Let's see what is the advice here for the second half of the month. Hope everyone's well. We are wrapping up Pisces season. So let's go ahead and grab some insight here for you. We have reasons. So this card says, I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget. I've tried to love again. I've tried to remind myself that the reasons we had to let go of one another were good reasons. But when two hearts are destined, there are no good reasons. This distance, separation, my grief, and loneliness from missing you, it's all too much. Please come back. So this is a divine masculine who wants you to return, who wants you to be a part of your life. Once again, divine feminine. But this next card is quite interesting in that this might be the response from the feminine. Okay. So it does say, I have to pick it up because the writing's so small. I've had so much to think about lately, where I've been, where I am, and where I want to be. I know the road I've traveled. It hasn't been easy, but it hasn't broken me. I never thought I'd be traveling this road without you. It was always you and I. If our paths are meant to cross again, we will. For now, I have to move on. Okay, so this could be the masculine saying, please come back. Don't move on without me. And we have a feminine perhaps saying, you know, I've been thinking a lot and probably better off that we just go our separate ways for now. I have to figure things out. I have to move on for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a couple messages from here. So what is the divine masculine thinking right now? I mean, we've got a bit of a glimpse there, but let's grab some additional insight. Now, for some of you, I'm also getting that you might have had a masculine who decided to move on for whatever reason, and maybe having regrets about that decision and wanting to return. Look at this card. This king wants his queen back. Okay. And of course you can, again, custom tailor it. It could be a king wants his king back. I mean, this could also be for same-sex relationships, you know, however way it makes sense for you. We were destined to meet. It's kismet. And yes, you guys were clearly destined to connect in this lifetime. That just doesn't guarantee that you guys are meant to stay together. So let's grab another message here. It could also be this queen wants her queen back. I mean, again, so many interpretations to how the gender roles play out. I cry when you're not looking. Okay. So this is a masculine perhaps who tends to not really want to show emotion when you guys are together or in front of everybody. They would really prefer to just maybe shed some tears, cry, really be all up in their feels, especially when they're alone. I'm just kind of feeling that here. So let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. This is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners wanting to learn how to read tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings for the majority of the cards. And the twist is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards, in addition to all of the usual tarot messages. All right, let's grab some insight here, Pisces. Focusing on the divine masculine energy. They want you back. The masculine wants you back. Six of Wands represents progress. It represents a victorious energy here. And maybe they're feeling, despite separations, despite maybe a feminine who's moved on, that they're still feeling quite confident that this can still come back together. We do have the Eight of Wands, so there's this fiery vibe that's coming through. And for some of you, you could have fire in your chart. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, maybe you both do. This represents movement right here. And again, right next to moving on, that could be where the movement is represented. In the meantime, that somebody's moved on. It could be the feminine who decided to just move away and detach from this masculine. And we now have this Ace of Pentacles, which is manifestation, which is picking up off of a new beginning. And also this masculine could be heavily focused on their career, their money matters, just being able to be more abundant in their life, to be able to create stability in their life. But I feel when it comes to their romantic life, maybe things are a little bit iffy there. But there's a part of this masculine who really does want to bring in some sort of solid offer your way, Divine Feminine. We've got the Aura of Fire, so more fire energy. It's time to get moving. Follow your passions, goals, and dreams that light a fire under your feet and propel you forward in life. You've sat on your laurels for long enough. So many opportunities are presenting themselves to you. Pay attention and take advantage of all of these amazing blessings. Take no action and miss out. It's your choice. And right next to that Ace of Pentacles, I feel we have a masculine here who really is quite absorbed in making a career, making a name for themselves, and all of those things are amazing. And if they can throw that energy into getting the Divine Feminine back, then they might just be successful in that. But they have created quite a hurdle for themselves, especially if you guys were dealing with the Three of Swords, because this represents some sort of betrayal. It could have been a third-party situation, a love triangle situation. It broke your heart, it broke theirs. I mean, this is a very painful energy. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow-moving energy now from the Divine Masculine. And perhaps part of the reason why things are moving so slowly is because we have a feminine who's creating faster movement away from the masculine. And then we've got the Six of Swords here. So there's this need to heal, first and foremost. The Six of Swords represents releasing past baggage, letting go of what might have broken you guys up to begin with. Just moving forward rather than focusing more so or feeling stuck in the past. And I feel that's also where the Divine Feminine is at with that moving on card, perhaps. Just moving forward, moving on, leaving the masculine behind, perhaps. But there's also this need for the masculine to focus on transitioning forward as well, because there's nothing in the past that's going to help this situation. Because what happened in the past could be this Tower moment. There was something catastrophic that happened here that resulted in a separation. Could have been a love triangle. That is just how it's presenting itself here. So Divine Feminine, if you are interested in wanting to watch part 2, where we are going to be focusing on the Divine Feminine energy and how this all ties in together, I'd love to see you over on my Patreon page. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below as well. Thank you guys so much, Pisces. I hope this made sense for you and hopefully it resonated. So let's go ahead and continue the story over on Patreon. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.